Hi everyone! Welcome back to our channel, Anna PH, ang YouTube channel where we make videos and content in order to help you, researchers, to make your research writing less stressful and yes, easier. And today, we have another super important topic, the common mistakes in research writing. And of course, Ma'am Anna will be sharing tips or ways on how to avoid these mistakes. Kaya tara na ka-researcher, join me and let's dive right in. Yes, mistake number one is choosing a very broad topic. So many researchers fall into this trap, making their work to be unfocused and difficult to complete. Kasi nga, very general and overly broad and unfocused yung topic na napili. So, examples of very broad topics are, for example, education, o kaya naman challenges in schools. So, very general, no? Very broad. So, what we're going to do with this is that we make it more specific. We make these topics more specific and focused. So, instead, we may have, for example, challenges experienced by Muslim students in regular class. O kaya naman, technology, integration, and its effects on student engagement in senior high school. So, like those topics, no, they are more focused and they are more specific and, yes, they become manageable. Now, ka-researcher, aside from narrowing down your topic, another thing or another tip that I can give you is that you think of your interests. So, from there, pwede kang humugot ng topic na gusto mong i-research, no, or pag-aralan. And then, do not forget also, no, to look for gaps in the literature in order to support your topic and in order to refine it. Yes, mistake number two is weak literature review. So, a common mistake here is summarizing the articles and not analyzing them. So, for example, we are just organizing what we get from the pieces of literature that we reviewed. So, wala tayong deeper analysis of those. So, halimbawa, sabi natin, author A said that, while according to author B, blah, blah, blah. So, ganun lang kasimple. We are just organizing what we get and we do not provide deeper analysis of those literature. Practical tip that I can give you is that you allot enough time in this task of reviewing the related literature and studies of your topic. So, kailangan meron kang sapat na panahon at ilalaan na oras in this task. Kasi nga, you need to identify patterns, you need to look for gaps and contradictions. So, kulin mo sila, pagbangga-banggain mo sila, at saka mo sila ilatag ng mabuti. Another mistake is wrong or flawed research method and design. Naku, one big mistake ito ha, yung using research methods that don't align with your research objectives. Maraming mga mistakes na nakapaloob dito, no? One is like, for example, you use descriptive research design, dapat experimental o kaya correlational yung design. Another ay small sample size, tapos bias, the use of biased data collection technique. And then, ano pa ba? Another mistake here is, for example, using just a survey, but you are trying to study in-depth behavior. So, what are the ways in order to avoid these mistakes? So, one is plan carefully the methodology of your study. So, make it a point, the processes, the techniques, the methods that you are going to use in your study can be justified and can be explained why they are all suitable for your study. In terms of data collection technique and sample size, you can avoid errors on them by, of course, using validated tools, ensuring that you have suitable or enough sample size, and makakatulong din that you collect diverse data as much as possible or where applicable. Another common mistake that I should not miss telling you is plagiarism and incorrect citations. Ka-researcher, keep in mind, always give credit to where it is due. So kapag hindi sa atin, i-cite natin at i-acknowledge natin ang source. Meron tayong mga tools na makakatulong sa atin sa bagay na ito. One is Turnitin. So with this, ma-identify natin yung SI na tinatawag or yung similarity index or similarity percentage, as well as yung mga parts na plagiarized dun sa ating manuscript. So in that way, pwede natin siyang ma-edit, right? Other tools are Zotero and Mendeley. Ito naman ay mga tools or apps that we can use in organizing our references or citations. Now, last mistake that I can share with you is neglecting proofreading. Ka-researcher, neglecting to check and proofread your manuscript can lead you to having typo errors, grammar lapses or mistakes, and inconsistencies, which can distract the readers of your paper. At napakadali lang din naman tong solusyonan. So, what you can do is to proofread your research paper multiple times. O kaya naman, you may ask the help of a peer to review your paper or your work. At yung tool gaya ng Grammarly can also help you with the structure and grammar of your manuscript. So there you have it, mga common mistakes in research writing and the ways on how to avoid or give solutions to them. So I always tell you guys that research writing can be learned. It is a learned skill and you can perfect this by constant practice and by giving attention to details. Whether you are a beginner or an experienced researcher, these tips will help you polish or improve your work and avoid these common pitfalls. By the way, before I end, ano kaya yung mga na-experience mo na mistakes at paano mo kinorek yung mga mistakes na yon? Kung ikaw naman po ay baguhan pa lang, alin kaya sa mga tips natin yung i-apply mo, plano mong i-apply in your upcoming research project? So, paki-comment po ha. There you have it, ka-researcher, ka-schooler. Thanks be to God for being with me until this part of our video. Good luck and God bless you in your research journey. Bye!